couple of other things just from a broader perspective, and I do have to say this. I think what happened last night is good for football, okay? Because now this is no disrespect to the players at Manchester City. I have enormous respect. I think they have so much talent, and I love those players. De Bruyne and Silva and Foden, and these guys are phenomenal. But the idea of these nation state-owned clubs is something that really bothers me, because I just don't think it's good for football. And last night, Real Madrid, we are who we are out of sporting merit, okay? And our financial resources are based on our success on the pitch, okay? And our TV rights and our merchandising, and we are the brand that we are as a function of our success over decades and decades, and we have a right to having this massive brand because we earned it. And I think to have to come up against teams that they're owned by nation states, and not just nation states, and we're talking about the wealthiest, PSG, Qatar, Man City, Abu Dhabi. I lived in Abu Dhabi for 3 years. Okay, I know the Emirates very well, and I have a soft spot in my heart for Abu Dhabi. I love Abu Dhabi, and I've been to Qatar and have a lot of respect for the Qataris, and but I just, the idea that you can just pump billions of dollars into a passion project or just a trophy project, and that no financial fair play rules are ever respected, because somebody has to explain to me how on earth City and PSG can spend all that money and nothing ever happens. I mean, we know that a lot of their contracts with sponsors, we know that they're bogus. They're just vehicles that are used to inject money into the clubs. And I think it's unfair. It's unfair that some clubs have unlimited resources that are completely disconnected from their sporting accomplishments, just for the hell of it. And that, it's not a level playing field. I think if you're a richer club, sort of, the Man Uniteds of the world, and, that's fine because they've earned it. They've earned, the brand value that they have. They earned it on the pitch. But to just magically, who was Man City 15 years ago? Right? Who were they? And you can be sure that the day Sheikh Al Mansour gets bored of this little pet project, Man City will go back to being what Man City was. And I think it's a distortion of football. I think it's really unfortunate that financial fair play rules are not implemented, because there's no point having rules if you don't enforce them. So from a football standpoint, what happened last night is incredibly positive for the sport. Okay, this was a real team with real history and real pedigree beating a financial experiment that shouldn't be in that position. So, this is a bit like the Tour de France, where one participant gets to use a motorcycle. It's just unfair. And I know that if I were a Liverpool supporter, an Arsenal supporter, I'd be pissed off, because it's just, it's not fair. So I think for the sake of the sport, what happened last night was incredibly positive, and I wanted to mention that. No disrespect to the Man City players, who I really, really appreciate. But at an institutional level, I just think it's ruining the sport.